We're face live now.
So, all right, hi everybody.
Surprise! You're on the internet. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Unnatural One stream of Into the Storm.
Why do we do this?
Of who in the what now?
Today we show you how much we don't care about money by saying a curse word within the first 3 minutes. Ready? Fuck! Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were also saying it together. My bad.
Oh, we don't have to. I don't mind
Solidarity.
a staccato, you know, like
Solidarity.
yeah, we would have had to like sync audio to get that right.
Yeah, that would have been kind of funny actually.
But yes, hello everyone. As you can see, my background looks only slightly different because it was really basic before, and now there's like a door stopper that you can't see on the chat. So let me just no, you know what? That's harder than what I should do. Longitude, help. All right, I think I have to move it this way. It's not enough. It's not enough. Never mind, guys. Don't worry about it. Just take my word for it. There is a different thing. Otherwise, it looks pretty similar. But yeah, I am no longer in the city I was in. I'm like 40 minutes away from that, and my background is green instead of white like it was before. And once I actually finish setting up, I'll have my egg crate soundproofing foam stuff back there, and then it'll be black, and I'll actually have my light set back up over here. So if I look a little bit odd color wise today, it's just because I usually have a light over here to keep it consistent, and I don't have that set up yet because it was being a pain in the ass, like many things in my life.
Harley, no.
He was earlier.
You call that boy out so fast.
He was earlier. He's curled up like a cooked shrimp right now, but
so fast.
Great boy.
Ugh.
What is it called? Idea, or alternate universe, or extended universe, or however they do that.
yeah,
like dogs, when they do the curl, they turn like red, like a shrimp. Pink.
Gosh.
When cats loaf, they turn brown. Like red.
Brown.
Okay, Doxy.
Red.
I'm not gonna say that
Red
just in case
cats?
YouTube decides to be weird about it, but
Red cats.
and yeah, Ellie, I believe so. Yeah, the answer is yes. I'm also in Giselle's city. But, yeah.
We all live in the same city again now.
That is true. That is true.
Technically. I think there's... Yeah.
Panda and I are the closest in proximity to each other.
Mm.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that is not true. But...
Well, okay. That is... You're right. That is accurate. I meant city-wise, like location-wise.
Yeah.
We are the closest location.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was
Hella
also
out of
reading.
sorts, so
The not so posted. So one AOE effect could get all y'all, and
It'd have to be a real big AoE effect.
yeah, it reminds me of this thing they had. I think it was like a flash game or some kind of weird like, oh, if this nuclear bomb dropped on this area on the map, this is its radius that it would take out. And I put it on, like, I was like, oh, like, what happens if the SAR bomba hits Tinker? Oh, like, oh no, everybody's fucked.
yeah, that's
like,
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a wrap. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they had different
we
like
live in
size.
one of
like
the largest
labs and
area-wise
stuff.
cities, and yeah, it's still catching all that. So if you're using that kind of AoE effect, yeah. But if you're using like, I don't know, a fireball, you're only getting one of us.
Yeah, fireball wouldn't even. I mean, you might not even get one of us, to be fair. Cool.
There's like
So-
stuff in the way.
The fuck was we doing? Y'all were traveling, right? And then
we were going
you got out of the
places.
cave.
We
yeah,
were
you try and cast fireball on me, I'll
places.
get my counter spell out into the shotgun that says counter spell on the side.
Yeah.
Yes, we got out of the cave and we're making our way to Sean.
making my way
Oh
downtown.
no, I
Sorry.
closed the thing. There we
Yeah,
go.
we're going to Sean.
Somebody's
Shane.
picture. It's Dave's. Okay. Your image for some reason was like hanging out over the map partially.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Got that Stendo picture.
Make sure everybody's is not weird, including mine. It's bad. Just scoot me over this way a little bit.
I saw speaking of taking your phone into the shower, a terrible thing, trigger warning death of a girl brought her phone, like she was talking to her bestie on her phone while taking a bath, and she dropped her phone into the water, but it was on its charging cable.
Oh,
and toaster bathed.
Don't bring electronic devices into the water with you.
Like, sure, the phone would be fine because the phone would just break, but when it's attached to a
Live
thing
electrical
going
current?
to an outlet,
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably should not do that.
These are like day zero things, but reminders can be helpful for anyone.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long time since I think this new generation has had to think about electronics in the bathtub. But
Might be a thing that should be brought back to the forefront with so many of them. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all got at the cave. Yeah. Did any of you die? I think one of you died. Who's dead?
Nope, nobody
Raise your hand
died.
if you're not dead.
Not dead?
Not
hold
dead.
on. I'm not dead. I'll raise my hand.
yeah, Lieutenant Frank died.
Lieutenant Frank.
Yeah.
I saw one raised hand. Okay, so just Lamia's left. Crazy.
Yep, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, check out last session if you want to see how they died. I might have to. I don't even remember. but no. You guys did fight a big crazy stingray thingamajig. And I don't know, who should put the hand on? Put it on Panda. You did fight a big crazy stingray thingamajig that did nearly kill some people.
Yeah.
Right, if I had made just a slightly different choice in moves, I definitely could have killed someone, but I didn't.
It definitely
Yeah,
tried
and
to
we're
get
grateful, honestly.
I'm not. But, okay. I think when we left off, we had already rolled to check for overnight events and that sort of thing. Denoto, I think, it was Eli and Layla at first, but then everybody else showed up, which is how they didn't end up just having to fight it. Because Sam managed to shoot it with a fire arrow, and the captain managed to blast it once. So they were able to chase these things off, but they didn't score any kills. So if we were doing experience, they would have got none. But lucky for them, we're doing milestones. What's the last milestone you reached? Oh, don't get excited. You didn't level.
No, definitely not. But I was thinking...
You would have told us.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely would have. But cool. We
does
covered...
not necessarily make a good stream, by the way. Oh, congratulations, guys. You leveled within the first 10 minutes. Like, then it's just us reading shit for an hour and a half.
Yeah. That's a thing you do on, like, an off day or something.
Yeah.
You want to watch people level? It's really boring.
Oops, all leveling. We have 5 minutes of RP, 3 minutes of combat, and an hour and a half of leveling.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm a fighter, so I'd be done.
Well, as a spellcaster, it takes me longer than I have a lot of stuff I have to read.
Oh my God.
You guys are currently 9th level.
Hooray!
Which is part of why you haven't leveled again. That threshold of hitting 10th is big. That has, if I want to try to keep any semblance of world balance, that has to mean something, right? But
I'm built different.
You are. That's why you're 9th level. Like, most people are not 9th level. Most people are 4th level. Ellie, you have your character planned out to 12th. I mean, that's alright, I guess. I usually just have like my next one planned, and I just like keep like a running update on what I want, and that just changes occasionally until I hit the level.
I have bad news about the Patreon game, Ellie. There's no way. I'm joking. I don't actually know if we'll reach 12th level or not.
Oh, you won't. I think I even said you're not in 12th, not in that game. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not intended to go that high level. Like, to be fair, this group is probably not hitting 12th. Like, let's be real. But anyway, so you guys slept through the night, which since we rolled all that stuff, we know we should have covered all the recovery elements. Thorben's up again, and yeah, I don't think there's anything else. We got the prediction up. Sweet. Excuse me. Let me actually move our... Okay, you guys are on the map. Yeah, good. Let me bring this over here. Zoom in. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. So, getting back into it here. You guys were able to actually see the end of the tunnel that you're going through. It was pretty brief, just because you also found out that your sleep cycles have kind of been flipped on their head. You're all a bit upside down right now. 'Cause you're getting up in the morning, you're like, oh, look, there's the end of the tunnel, and then it got dark
That's
a few minutes
right.
later. Yeah, so... so you have that going. Gosh, excuse me. However, yeah, you're aware that you've got about 12-ish hours of travel before you'll actually be out, like all the way out. All right, cool. So with that being said, so obviously you have some time. We've already made the rolls for navigation. All that stuff's taken care of. I guess it's just down to, do you guys have anything you want to discuss about your plan going forward or anything before you get out of the cave? Or just anything you want to RP out?
So going to Sean, right? That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
that means we're gonna have to go on foot.
Yeah, because Verbrong has our animals. And I don't know if that means everyone's coming with us, or if they'll head and go out to the ocean following the land's path to go to
shoreline?
Sean. Though that would take way longer to get there.
Yes.
It would take an exceedingly long amount of time, yes.
Especially
Especially because Sean doesn't even have a port, does it?
Sean does not.
That's what I thought.
There are some like little tiny port settlements and stuff to the north of it, but there's none in Shand itself.
Yeah, that would take a exceedingly long time. Okay, and hold on. Here's the thing I
We
want to
do-
look at.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No,
We do have a port in Saigon, so they could be.
Yeah, they can circle all the way back to Saigon and
Eventually.
then go down the road.
yeah. If, in fact, that's a thing is if when we get out of here and whatever, I will tell the captain whose name I forget that she can, if she goes to Saigon, she can stay at the Alden's Retrieval Logistics, and like I'll write a note for Mayor basically that just says that's fine. You can just,
Oh, but
let her
she
stay
wanted
here or
to
whatever.
see her potential family member in Sean.
Han, yeah, and Clint.
Yeah, but if she's
Clint's
got
not a
it,
family member, but
if she's taking the boat or whatever and goes to Saigon, I'll at least write her a note. Like if that's her
Yeah.
plan. Like if so, since that's the
Okay.
closest port of call, and it makes and we have connections there. I'd do that. So
Makes
hold
sense.
on. The thing about Sean that's above my
Patega.
is that we have to just kind of cut across some wilderness, huh? There's no like roads or anything. So we'd just be roughing it too on foot.
Yeah, let me zoom back in.
Okay, well, that is the way it is. We're just gonna have to hoof it.
Yeah, let's see. So, one thing to point out here. Gosh, I'm just shrink this. This is way in my damn way. Here we go. So that white line, this like white arrow I put. So this is that's the cave you were in, that you're technically still in, right? But you're just in a different part of it. So that's what it was supposed to go from this point over, like pretty much across that coast to this point. So you're heading kind of that direction. And as you guys are sailing by and whatnot, with just if you ask like Rahala or someone should be like, hey, he has dancing lights out here, see like what's over there. You sort of look up to what you would know at this point is north. You can see where that trail would keep going. Like had you continued walking down to the west on land, you can see where like it would have actually kept going. You could have been like on foot this whole way. Obviously, there's some sections you didn't get to see, but you could definitely see where it's kind of risen up, and it actually like turns off partially till it goes back sort of into the cave wall out of sight. So you can imagine it just continues going, whereas you're going to an exit on this like waterway, but the land path would actually keep going on the inside of the cave. Cool. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say. So you're gonna write a note, and anything else between you guys?
I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there that we are going to need boat passage to get where we need to go anyway.
That's true. If we are taking him all the way to Avrahana,
you're not.
But I thought we were just taking him to Dardanello. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Dardanello. There we go.
Yeah, that one.
Hard to say fast, and it's hard to say in an accent.
Dardanello.
Yeah.
The capital.
Right. So yeah. Okay. Well. Shoot. Well. Do we like take a dinghy, or do I just push Sam off the boat, or how do we get shore?
I mean, if I take a nap, I can find some sticks and.
Okay, you can make a boat.
That is true. You have flotsam vessel.
Didn't you just wake up from your nap?
Yeah, I believe.
That's all of our problems. We just woke up from our nap.
Yeah. Well, we got about 12 hours before we're out, right? Give or take. So.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause a normal travel day would be 8 hours, but on a ship it's 24. So the half a day is a bit longer. Okay. If nothing else, I'll just continue narration. All right. So you guys, maybe make some small talk and such, as obviously you have to continue working. So I imagine there's some singing and whatnot that goes on. Oops, I hit my mic. Sorry. There's some singing and such that goes on. I'm guessing Eli continues to not participate in the singing because is he afraid of the state race?
Yeah.
But
that's my answer.
So yeah, you just kind of tap your feet to it and whatnot. And the good thing is it still helps to an extent with just whatever you have to do, just because there is some kind of rhythm other than like your own internal one that you have to try to keep. But yeah, for the most part, you can tell the energy is up a bit. Like Roy is in a pretty good mood. I mean, he's a fairly, I'll say, cheerful, a little gruff, but he's a fairly cheerful dude. You guys have come to realize, like even given your time in the cave when you were fighting Rakog and he was out killing shit, he pretty quickly was like friendly. So it's not super surprising, for him, but you can even tell Layla is a bit less grouchy as well. Like, she's still giving him shit, but there's a few more genuine smiles among that little group of people and such, especially with Thorvin being up and you guys having seen light that you didn't have to make yourself for the first time in a long while at this point. And the other thing that's nice as you're drawing near, a few hours go by, is the air is different. You didn't really notice it quite so much, being so deep in the cave and whatnot, around all these like bodies and crap. Excuse me. But it was a little ripe in that cave. It was a little ripe. Smelled very salty on the ship and everything. Plus being around all those bodies and stuff, there was a smell of rot. Like, there was a bunch of grossness that you just kind of got nose blind to after a while. But getting this close to this exit, you're getting this like this much more fresh kind of sea breeze that's like coming in. So you're getting a bit more like fresh air. It's a little bit cooler, even though it's already still pretty cool because you're underground. But like, there's just this noticeable difference in what has so far been this like very, what's the word? Like homogeneous, like temperature and like scent and like all sorts of stuff. So you can kind of get whatever feeling your character would get from that. So cool. Once you guys
It's
are
not
actually
raining?
nearing, I was gonna say, once you're actually nearing it, like, maybe 7-8 hours or so out, when you're much closer to it, it's much closer to like your normal line of sight. You can start to hear and see the rain. It's not as hard of rain, but it's not like really really coming down, but like it's definitely raining. It's not like a mist or sprinkle or whatever. It's just not as hard as you've seen it rain in Segia. Not even close. Which, I don't know. Maybe your native Ulis there might be a little happy to see the rain at this point because it's such a normal thing for her. Whereas maybe the other two of you non-native Ulis are like, oh yeah, that's the normal out there. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's up to your characters. So yeah, you'll hear like Layla seems like kind of excited seeing rain. Roy is kind of like smiling, like he's happy that she's happy about it, like somebody's happy about it, and like Thorvin's pretty happy about it because apparently it's because he's also native. His family's not, but he was born here, so he's kind of excited or whatnot. Roy's like, cool. Yep, there's the rain.
Lamia is excited, but she's also like, man, I didn't really think there would be like that much of a difference. Like, I could see it's right there and we're almost there, but we're not in it yet. That's weird.
Yeah, usually you only see that in like a building. Or the like rare occasion whenever it stops raining and you can kind of see when it's back on the horizon, which those are like fun moments, but yeah, for these guys it's like, great. Rain. How we missed it.
Coming to Segia when I was in Gurga, and I was walking and there was just this wall, and I was like, that's a weird wall, and then it was wet.
Yep. And
that's what
been
this
swimming
is like.
ever since.
Yeah, that's what this is like.
So yeah, you guys, as you're approaching, there's like, just some different reactions and such. It's about 12 hours later. So yeah, you guys are actually seeing daylight again. Like, you actually are able to see, the sun start coming up and that kind of thing. I think so. It was. Hold on, let me do math in my head real quick. Not the time of day that I'm talking about here.
This segment's brought to you by the weird math meme from whichever hangover that was.
Yeah.
Equations.
Yes.
Concentration.
Yep, it's by the time you're getting, you're starting to like cross the threshold to like actually get outside. it's about that time that you're able to see the sun start coming up. You're actually being able to watch the sunrise. And you're watching it. Let's see.
In a few minutes, the sunrise.
Thanks, Tristan.
Right.
Nobody else said it. I was thinking that.
So you guys are heading west. So, and yes, in Hayethe, the sun still rises in the east. But so like when you're coming out of the cave and stuff, you don't necessarily see, the sun coming up over the horizon. You also just see the slight change in color in the sky, because like I said, it's not raining super hard, so there is a little bit of a difference in the light. Like it's not completely overcast. You good, Panda?
Eat shower warhead.
Oh. Well, okay.
Sour Altoid.
Oh, gotcha. So
You got me. I was like, yep.
So you can see like a slight change and stuff in it. And then once you guys finally get all the way across, and the boat is fully in this bay now. You actually can see there's like a rainbow up, even though it's not done raining, but like you can still see like one like those partial ones that's a little bit faded. So it's all in all, it's a pretty nice view. There's a bit of a cheer that goes out throughout the the captain and everybody else all kind of cheer as you guys cross out into this bay. Now, you guys have seen this area before, especially if you get a chance to if you look through the spyglass, you can kind of see the shore and everything like that. Like you can't quite see the Burtsag farm or anything, but like say you got a pretty good sense of direction and everything, and with the captain, you know which direction it is. Like you know pretty much where you are on the map, which is well, this is a boat. It's this boat icon. That's y'all. Boat.
We're on a
is
boat.
you. There you go. So you know pretty well where you are. In fact, Sam, give me a perception check.
Yeah, killed it.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, with that magic spyglass, as you're kind of like looking out to the west along that little coast, you actually do see the cliffs and everything where you guys fought the harpies. Like you're actually able to find the exact spot over there. So you're kind of like looking at it for a little while. You do see there are some things flying around over there. So they don't look like harpies. They don't quite have the shape. Like they don't look humanoid. After you like watch them for a while, you think they might just be eagles. But at this distance, even with the spyglass, it's a little bit hard to tell. Like they kind of fly like off away from you as you're watching. But it seems like wildlife is moving back in over there.
Nature's healing.
Yeah, nature's kind of healing that spot, even though it was a fucking death den before.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely see that spot out there. But then, of course, kind of going back to task, you like sort of look across the bay, sort of over where you guys were pretty sure the cave was going to continue going. You're trying to see like, okay, where the hell is there anywhere for this boat to go, or is it going to have to go around the shore, and like are you guys going to get off? Like you're trying to kind of get your bearings here. So we're 35. Molly, can you boop that spyglass for me? I want to check one thing on it. I think it's on your sheet, right?
I don't think I put it on the sheet, but let me check.
I may have put it on the party thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I didn't put it on mine because I wasn't keeping it.
Oh, I thought it was on yours because you were.
I was the one that grabbed
grabbed
it.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Wait, so nobody put it on their sheet?
We'll see. Let me see. Because I thought that it was in the party treasury, but obviously I am a fool.
Yeah, it's not under travel gear. So.
Okay.
So one important thing, viewers. If the DM gives you an item,
You're right.
maybe like keep a note of the item even if you're not getting it.
It's been normally my rule is if nobody wrote it down, it's gone after
Yeah.
a couple of tries. But it's been a while. You guys have been good about it, so I'm not gonna do that to you. Plus, it's an important item. Farglass. Boot the link in here and back in here. There we go.
Right.
I think I used a different one before. Maybe not. It's fine. Thought I had the setting neutral one. But either way. Okay, so let's see. Clear vision, horizontal. Okay, yeah, 10 miles. Cool. Birds. Okay, so that's clear, and then... Oh, yeah. 35 is plenty. Okay. So yeah, that I was checking because I couldn't remember the distance that you get actual clear vision before it starts to degrade.
Mm-hmm.
We're assuming, I'm just going to assume because if Sam's like looking out and trying to find something, he eventually climbs into the crow's nest. Especially now that you don't have a ceiling to worry about, monsters coming down on and stinging you.
Oh, did you get your gloves back, by the way, Sam?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume when people are done using them, they give them back to me. But,
Yeah.
Bold assumption.
yeah. Besides,
That's a fine assumption unless they like die or fall overboard or something, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I know. We said his name earlier. Is still using the
Roy.
Roy. Thank you.
yeah.
Because Roy's our boy.
Right. So 10 miles, 35, cool. But yeah, you actually do see, looking down that direction, it's pretty well hidden. In fact, you're pretty sure at like when the tides are higher, you probably wouldn't have been able to see it, but you definitely spot what looks like some kind of alcove over there that's kind of tucked away. It would be easier to see if you guys just kept sailing west. You would eventually have a better view of it, just based on the angles, because there's like rocks and stuff in the way. But because you're very perceptive and know what you're looking for, yeah, you can tell that there is actually a cove over this direction that probably goes back into the land, because you are down a bit, like you're surrounded by cliffs for the most part. You don't see any kind of like easy like beach or anything that you could just like hop off of and like swim to, or even just like weigh anchor and row out to really easily. It's pretty much mostly just rocks and cliffs, at least at the immediate glance. However, you do probably recall the little thorp you guys visited before you encountered the harpies. They did have a port. It's probably not made for a ship this size, but they do have like a little small harbor, so it's something that you could row out to, or use your flotsam vessel or something to get to pretty easily, if you wanted to. If you don't want to go into the cove.
Well, sorry, I'm getting my character is not in my head. So I'll just say I'll give us the options of like, yeah, we got this cove over here, or I do recall the tiny thorp.
Yeah.
You know, we could dock up there probably somehow. This cove up here is like closer though.
Yeah. It's another cave, I guess, is the main
Is it?
thing. Yeah, because it'll be. You know, it's not on a map either. So.
Right. So I mean, we could do that. I am slightly concerned about running into the inhabitants of said little cavey cove grotto place. You know, just slightly.
Alternative take, we could also like, go to Thorpe, stop by the Burt Sags. I could see how the Harpies are doing.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but
It's a bit out of our way at the moment, though, right?
I mean, if we're going down, we got to go back up.
you wouldn't be able to actually travel with the boat itself.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, okay, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. Look, closest is better because we're trying to beat Vibrong de Champ. So we got to do this kind of quick. So I think whatever our quick thing is, we might have to just risk it a bit and go for it.
I mean, I do think it's also up to the captain on what she wants to do with her ship.
You make an excellent point, because, if she doesn't want to risk her vessel, she shouldn't have to.
Yeah, you guys can talk to the captain, but she is going to want to know what you guys want to do also.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. Like I said, I think quickest is best. That's just me. I think we'll be better off doing that, for sure.
What if it ends up being another cave though? And this one takes us to Alsani.
Honestly, the only thing I could think of that would be way, way awful is if the cave leads to something that Eli could unlock. And, all his good mystery business.
Yeah. I don't know. That's always on the forefront of your brain.
Do you blame me?
I don't.
Yes.
I just want to get to Sean. I'm not trying to unlock any caves or run into any more statues of forgotten
people.
Demigods is the word I was going to try and say, but that's not entirely accurate. But yeah, nascence is the word I wanted.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I don't want to do that. No thanks. I would like to just get off the boat and get to Sean. I kind of miss standing on ground. We haven't even been on this boat that long, and I already miss standing on ground.
I didn't miss this rain, I'll tell you that.
Yeah?
I do blame you for that.
The rain?
No,
Yeah.
for not missing in the rain. It's fine.
Oh. To say I was entirely too confused there.
I do not like pina coladas, and I do not like getting caught in the rain. No.
What's a pina colada, Sam?
I would say they have pina coladas. It's probably a more tropical thing because of the ingredients, but
Yeah.
something that anybody who's pirating would probably know of. I'm like, yeah, coconut, pineapple, and rum.
Why wouldn't you like that, Sam?
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
Okay. Then the captain will chime in and say, look, so if you're looking to get there quickly, it's going to depend on if that cove there actually goes all the way through, or if there's some way You said that you were supposed to be traveling that way through that cave, right?
Yeah.
Well, if this cove connects to where you would have naturally gotten out, then that's your way. We're talking about Shand. I know this through line is the best way. You're going to travel a lot faster over land than in a ship this size. Unless we can find something that crosses over like that.
Right.
Because the only other options would be we have to sail around the entire coast. There's a few stops we could make on the way to either Saigon or... There's just not a ton. The waters near the southern edge of Setsegi are notoriously choppy. And a lot of people like to port there. So they don't really build them.
Well, yeah, just, I guess we go into that cove, go over land, make it where we make it.
Yeah, we definitely can try it. If this were a typical ship, that'd be a lot riskier, but since you have portable wind in your sails, I can always turn the thing around if I need to. Or make it move backwards.
Such an advantage.
Much as I hate that.
What about?
So yeah, I think that's a good way to go.
Speaking of, didn't we want to speak about her potentially going to Saigon?
I mean, I have this note. If you go there, here you go. That's as much speaking as I'm doing. Take it to a man named Mayor. He's very severe, and he might be intimidating at first, but he's actually lovely.
Are you giving me an errand?
No, it's so that he'll give you somewhere to stay.
Oh, well, thank you. I always have my quarters on the ship, though.
True, but if you want to rest on land or sleep somewhere that is full of junk, but cool junk.
Don't touch my
what
giant
about
gold coin.
what about Roy and them? Should they go with the captain
That's
to Saigon?
entirely up to Roy and them.
Go with me where?
Yeah. Well,
You
There were-
guys drop off?
yeah, we bailed.
Well, I'm going to try to get to Shand also. One way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if they want to go with you, that's fine. If they don't, then it'll just be me and Kife.
We really should discuss that we have assassins after us, so I assume we would prefer if the rest of them would stay with you traveling. You're a bit more safer that way.
I don't mind having extra hands on deck, but we'll have to talk to them. I
Yeah,
can't speak for them. And I can't pay them right now either. Not really.
right.
Speaking of payment, we should probably arrange that. I definitely owe you a share of what's in the safe.
Sam,
Look at
please do
Sam,
not
yes.
eat.
Wow,
Sam is like, like gnawing on
we,
the.
we may know exactly what's in the safe, but we didn't take any of it.
You told me. I'm still a little
Okay.
confused about wanting to eat something in there because, to my knowledge, there's no food inside. So that remains to be seen, but I'd be more than happy to part with some of it. I just need enough to get by, at least.
We're not
Resupply
trying
and
to,
brew up,
Exactly, yeah. We're not trying to clean you out, but we might also need some just cash in hand to make sure we get all the way to Shond and then from Shond over. Because while we do have a substantial enough treasury, it's not here, so it's not as useful.
Bit more difficult to get to. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that when we're a little closer then. Get it sorted out, and I'll get you your share.
Great.
Hear some kind of commotion going on. Roy drops something. Layla's yelling at him. Just like, let me go settle that. Yeah, so it's just you guys again for a little bit. I don't know if you have any other stuff to discuss or if we're passing time.
Eli, why don't you talk to them about the fact that, yeah, we kind of want to maybe split so that they don't get killed.
Well, should I have to talk to him about it?
I mean, I can go talk to
I
him.
don't think she heard you. I didn't hear you either.
I said, why should I have to talk to them about it?
Because you'd be paying them eventually.
Who here has the highest bounty? Are we
I was
all
just
the
like,
same?
excited.
That's the person who should go talk to.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
I also have the highest bounty. However, that is purely coincidental. If we go on merits of who could do the most damage, I would say that Vibrong should have the highest bounty.
Vibrong's not here to speak.
He wouldn't want to do it anyways, but you know.
I can go talk to Corbin. He seems the most grounded. It's like, I'm not trying to say like who's smartest in their group,
Right.
but I think his words would have a lot of sway with the rest of them on advising, and also willing to be like devil's advocate of like, yeah, we shouldn't go with them because we'll get killed, you know, like, and we don't owe them our lives, you know, or you know, whatever.
Yeah, but he can heal people.
Yeah. You do realize he's part of their group too when we split, you know, he could probably go on with them.
Yeah, no, obviously go with them, but I'm saying that he might make the argument of like, no, you need us, we can back you up, just like you backed us up. Saved our lives, let us save yours.
So do you want to go talk to him, or
No, that's why I was trying to make.
Go talk to them.
You know who talked to them.
Yeah. Fuck, Voldemort? Like
Who?
I like to imagine Sam still in the crow's nest this whole time, just eating.
We're just
Shouted at each other.
back and forth. Yeah.
So
course.
just to move this along a little bit.
Yeah.
I think what the player Molly is trying to do is get the person with the highest diplomacy check to go talk to them in case there's a check.
Well, no,
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
even that. It was
sure.
Lamia not wanting the responsibility of actually talking to another person.
I
Okay.
think everybody here has.
Oh, well, I don't want to be responsible for people's decisions. I'm tired of doing that. In character as well. Like, out of character, I understand. And I should
That's
definitely
fair.
go talk to
That's
them.
fair.
But in character, Eli's tired of making people's decisions for them because that's everybody's, specifically Lamia, has done nothing but complain about how we got to this point so far. And it has been all my decisions. So I'm tired of making decisions for people.
Yeah, fair.
But I will still begrudgingly go talk to people.
You know,
Right. They see you coming. Ah, fuck! It's him. They just
That
jump
guy.
overboard.
Not
Problem solved.
again.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
I was about to ask. I was like, man, hey Eli, should I climb down the ladder or should I try to like swing down on a rope? Will you make the decision for me on which one to choose, or
I
should
was
I get
threatening to push you overboard earlier, so don't tempt me.
Bitch, I took glide. Whee!
Oh my
Right off the
gosh.
boat.
I don't know.
And he's gone.
I don't know how to control this.
Just bump the captain and be like, "Can you feather fall him right off the side of the boat?"
Right. Just make it look like an accident. It'll be easy. He has those all the time.
He'll be fine. He got hit with a pillar of fire. This is nothing.
Yeah, he's built different. Don't worry about it.
Oh
888
man.
88 income. 888 him. 88
Edit
income.
income. Edit income.
Eight him. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're gonna go
Sounds
talk
like
to
a
the Eli.
freaking hockey player.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him.
Hat trick
Who
by
are you
88
going
income.
up to?
Roy. Because
Go to
we met
Roy.
him first,
Okay.
and I feel I have good rapport with Roy, so I will go to Roy.
All right. So you walk over. He's like standing over by the side of the ship, facing away. He kind of glances over. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Eli." You see him like move some rope out of the way real quick, and then he starts walking over, like dusting his hands off, and he's just like, Like, man, nothing quite like peeing in the rain, huh?
Speaking of peeing in the rain, I'm gonna grab water.
Okay.
That's not where I thought that statement was going
Right.
at all.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, totally. So hey, listen, we're gonna get off the boat.
You hate it here too. Yeah, I was thinking about moving. Setsegi is too rainy. I got a break from it, and now I'm just like, God, man, there's places where it's just dry sometimes, you know? I think maybe I'll like find some work. Oh, something else?
From there is what I was gonna say. From where it's dry, I remember not being wet every morning. That was fantastic.
Must be nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to disembark soon, and we figured it'd probably be best for you all if you hung with the captain and made sure she gets where she's going safely, and then that way too, you and Thorvin and Layla can, not have to trudge through the wilderness of rainy, wet Segia with a bunch of wanted fugitives.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could. I mean, y'all are pretty tough though. Like, if we run into trouble, I'd kind of rather have y'all around, you know?
Understandable, but I can tell you this: if you go with the captain on the boat, you may or may not run into trouble. If you come with us, you definitely will, at least twice.
Yeah, you said stuff about the bounty and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Also,
hey,
we seem to be just magnets for random magical incursions or gigantic creatures that want to eat us for breakfast.
yeah, I guess maybe. I mean, you guys have told some wild stories. I think Sam said something about the moon. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to.
If we had rewatched last week's, we would remember that Sam's opening line in conversations is, "I've been to the moon."
I shot a harpoon at the space baby. So,
I forgot about that until you said that.
so he's like, "Yeah, you're probably right." I don't know. I mean, Captain's not too bad. She might have work. Plus, going to Shond isn't the worst move either. I kind of don't really want to go over near the border, where y'all are from Saigon, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what stuff's like over there right now.
Hectic, to say the least.
Yeah, probably only going to get worse. So, yeah, it's not the worst move. I mean, I can run it by the others. I don't think they have much of a plan anyway. So,
Well, that makes
stick to the ship. Yeah, I guess we'll just stick to the ship if you. I mean, but if you change your mind, if you want us to come with,
I will say you've been very valuable as and a great help in all of this ridiculousness, and I've greatly appreciated it. But as much as the help is appreciated, I'm not trying to endanger a whole bunch of folks who didn't sign up for this.
well, we're another set of eyes and hands, so.
Yeah, and unfortunately also another set of mouths and another set of legs that takes resting. And yeah, it's just, we travel quicker with the less of us.
That's true. All right, well, no, I'll run it by him. I don't think there'll be any issues. So, I guess we'll see you in Shond once we split off.
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later.
All right. Cool. So, a question though: are all the jobs you guys do like this?
No, we found a grape once. That was easy.
Why? What? Oh yeah, they don't really have those here, huh?
No, they do not.
Damn. Where'd you get it?
Vegetable.
Maybe I can find some. These grapes would be awesome.
Yeah, and we got paid a hefty sum for our little grape that we found.
You keep saying grape, like
A single grape. Yes, we were paid to find a single grape.
wow. All right, that's stupid. But you don't get your money somehow, right?
Yep.
Holy shit! They don't know they come in bunches. Usually you get like
Apparently not.
a lot of them, like a lot at the same time.
Yeah, we
Eat 'em.
got paid
Yeah.
for delivering exactly one grape. Yeah, it was probably the easiest money we've ever made,
You had
even though it
talked
was not the easiest.
to the person to be like, "Hey, look, can we just get one that's like near falling off?" It had came in like a bundle, but you were just like, "No, I only need one," because it was a trade item.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't want to pay for more than one.
Yeah.
The person who took the job. Yeah,
Yeah, it was one grape. It was easy,
so she's like,
comparatively easy to everything else we've ever done.
well, I don't know. Maybe we'll circle our way back around and take on them grape fetching jobs if you got more of them.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have much more business and we won't be fugitives or, run from business by Modrex. And alive. Those are also things that are partially a requirement of this.
Yeah, and we hope we aren't dead either.
Yeah.
So,
Did you tell them
With
about
this
the
whole-
brownies? Sorry.
no, I
also,
didn't.
with this whole Modric thing, I think Layla knows some stuff about them. I don't know what exactly. She hasn't liked them ever. That whole family. She's got something against. I don't know what it is, but if you guys, I don't know. I guess if you guys are enemies with them, maybe she knows something that could be helpful. I'm not gonna ask her about it because she knows me, so she'll just like punch me in the mouth or something. But she actually like respects you all. She just likes me.
Well, yeah, we can definitely go have a chat because I need any assistance I can get.
Well, I mean, go. Look, she's gonna be grumpy regardless of when you pester her, so you may as well just do it at your convenience. That's what I've learned.
Fair enough. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Well, I guess I'll go do that now. So I'm gonna head over and go talk to her.
All right, good talk. Like pats you on the shoulder. You remember that he was just talking about peeing. You didn't see him
That's true.
rinse or wash his hands.
Yep.
Do the cloak thing.
He actually just ran them together. He rubbed his hands together. So if he had pee on one, then now it's on both, and now it's on your shoulder, and you can't get the image of like. You remember those commercials, like the Lysol commercials and shit, where they would show like a graphic of like where all the germs were and like how they would spread when people would move around. You have like this image of just squirming colors on that shoulder. It's like, oh great.
Why am I
Gross.
blue?
Oh god.
What does
yeah.
blue mean?
What does
What does
blue
blue
mean?
mean? Yeah.
Everybody else blue? What?
But yeah, so you go find Layla. And she's actually in the middle of, or not in the middle. She's like, looks like she's just finished a conversation with Kifei, and she looks very frustrated after it. Like he just like skitters off, and she's like shaking her head and notices you coming up, and it's like, oh good, somebody with a mammal brain to talk to. What's up?
So I was talking to Roy, and he said
Why
that
would you
you
do
might.
Go on.
I just smiled. Yeah. No, he said that you might have some information on House Modric, who we've been at odds with for some time.
Wait, you hate them too?
Hate is not a strong enough word, but yes,
Loathe?
that is much more appropriate, I would say.
They do to you.
Besides attempting to completely drive us out of business, frame us for things that I'm not sure of, whatever, put bounties on us, murder us, they're just dicks.
Yeah. That might be doing a disservice to dicks, though. They've got their uses. These are Modric are parasites. Maybe even worse. don't take offense, please, when I say this, but you're getting off light. The main thing that I know them for is mostly because it involves my family, and I'll tell you because look what we just went through. I mean, I almost died yesterday, pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that we both did, yes.
Yeah, you know, when you bleed
Audience,
together...
I had like 5 hit points left, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. So yeah.
Yeah. I think Layla had like 3.
Yeah.
She has less total than you.
Oh yeah, we were both not doing great. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, it was close. But she's like, yeah, and look, when you bleed together for something, survival or a cause or whatever, that means something. So most of the time I don't really like spreading this around, so don't go saying you heard it from me. One of the ways they got their start, and this is before they were even really called Modrek as widely, before they were really their own hearth. This was just the Dorat. What the hell his name is? Vaskil? Tressa's husband.
Right.
Yeah. That fucker was out in the west end of Setsegia, just out in the boonies, inciting bullshit. You know what the Yaseru are? You do. The Yaseru are basically the half-gnolls. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I remember.
Isla. Yeah. Isla being the main one that you've encountered. So, like, nod. And she's like, yeah, well, they were out there causing tensions between them and some of the other wilderness groups, we'll call them,
Right.
just out in the wilds. There's like, what the hell are they called? Like Cresting Suns, and some others, right?
Yeah.
They're part of the landscape. Foreigners tend to call them bandits and all sorts of stuff. I guess they are, but you really only run into them if you're in places you probably shouldn't be in the first place.
Yes.
That was until the Dorats got involved and start, supplying weapons and alchemical things and all sorts of shit to the goddamn Forest Runners and other Yaseru groups, and making them all militant and go after everybody. So it starts pushing people out of their normal turf onto the roads. They're founded on strife. Like, if no one's suffering, they're not satisfied. And they do it to make groups of people, whole groups of them, dependent on their supply lines and their connections. My family they used to be a part of an older group that split off into the Cresting Suns now, but none of them are around anymore. At all. Look, I'll say it this way. I hate them because I watched them work. I grew up in a little nowhere fucking village. Most of my family would, when they came of age, they would travel into the city, they'd enlist, they'd serve, they'd come back, they'd bring money, they'd bring supplies, they'd bring all sorts of things. And I was on that path, but one day, out of nowhere, these 2 huge bands of Yaseru show up and start demanding tribute, more than we could give, and I think they knew it. So of course we have to fight back, we were outnumbered 3-1 easily. But I see some of these Dorat bastards just standing on the forested hills nearby with spyglasses, just watching. Just making sure whatever it is they wanted done was done. I don't know if our clan pissed them off, if we were in a spot they needed. I don't know what was going on. But I know based on the fact that they just sat there taking notes and picnicking while our homes burned, means that they were a part of it. And the Aesir aren't notorious for, crafting masterwork weapons and using magic, not on their own.
Right.
They had to have been supplied. I don't know what other kind of connections that Thorat or maybe even Hearth Modric at this point has in the Western wilderness at this point, but it has to be extensive. And my home was certainly not the only one that was raised. And unfortunately, just because I recognize them as Thorat doesn't mean everyone does, you know? You go spreading that story around. Witnesses start disappearing, you know? That sort of thing. So
I do know.
They're a blight onto Setsegia. Probably Gurga too, I think that's where they're from. So if you find a way to take them down, well, you're a hero for the ages.
Well, that is the plan. So hopefully we can, live up to the hype, I suppose.
Whatever it costs, it's worth it. As much as I like you all, I think if they continue to do what they're doing, I just don't see it going well. I wouldn't be surprised if they were somehow behind the war kicking off in the first place.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them either. They're willing to do just about anything to get the things they want and willing to step over anybody to do it. So I would say that that's probably a pretty accurate assessment that they could have something to do with that. Just on what we know, they've got their fingers in a lot of pies and are definitely pushing tensions because they want things.
She nods. It feels stronger than a want. But anyway, that's my fucking sob story. Sorry for talking your ear off about it. What did you actually want to know about him?
Yes. Anything that you might have that is useful in undermining their efforts or connections that are weak, in order to knock something down, you've got to start usually at the bottom and find something to, shift the balance. So,
I mean, do I know something like that? Not really. I know someone who might, though.
That's helpful enough.
You're heading to the capital after Shand?
We are indeed.
Yeah. There's a lady there. It's another thing that don't go spreading around, while you're talking to her, that kind of thing. Excuse me. She works for the... I'm trying to think. Brain, come on. She works essentially for the city hall, in a way. She, organizes records, that sort of stuff.
Right.
Trains other people to do so. Super, super intelligent. She's full-blooded Kassir, and she's been around a while. Doesn't look it. I mean, I don't know what those full-blooded Kassir are on, what kind of skin routines they have, or what, but if I get even just a modicum, just like a tiny bit, yeah, I could probably get a sugar daddy and retire. But not at this rate. So, her name is hard to pronounce. I don't remember the full name. We all just called her River.
River, okay. No worries. I'm not exactly fluent in Kassiri dialects anyways, and as you can tell, I kind of mash Ulus around when I speak anyways, so I'm not really gonna go give that one a try.
Yeah. I don't know. Some ladies think the accent's cute. I'm not one, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can be helpful at times, but it can also be rather detrimental as well.
Yeah, I heard that
talk
before.
Well, when you talk to River, don't be afraid to turn on the charm. She thinks it's novel, so might get you some places. But she's seen a lot, and she knows quite a bit about the different founding organizations and things here in Setsegia. I believe she knows quite a bit about Arth Modrak.
Excellent.
Just keep in mind, it may be things that she's not on the surface willing to share. You may have to do an errand or somehow earn her trust. You can tell her I sent you, that'll get you in the door, but...
Right. In the door is all we need, so... Well, I mean, it's not all we need, but it's what we're going to use.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a place. Maybe stop there quickly if you can when you get to the city. If you've got folks after you, the longer you're there, the more heat you're going to get, and... Well, yeah, the more alarm bells that your presence rings, the less likely she is to talk to you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's all I got for you. Sorry.
More than helpful. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, I guess we're going to do everything we can to take Modric down and get justice not just for your family, but for everybody they've wronged. And, you know...
Listen,
better.
if you can so much as punch one of them in the face, that'll be something.
Lamia and Sam's job for sure. But I will magic missile the absolute dog doo-doo out of somebody if I can. Right in the chin.
Okay, I'm assuming that's a spell because it sounds like a sex toy.
Yeah, it's a spell.
Okay, that's probably better. All right, well, good luck. I hope your magic missile does the damage it's supposed to do.
And me too.
It does do damage, right?
It should. It's supposed to.
Okay.
There's a lot of vagaries and intricacies to go into that, and I'm not going to go into a whole rhetorical debate about spellcasting and shield and all that stuff. So suffice to say, I'll just leave you to it, and I don't know. I had a clever thing to say, but I'm just going to leave instead. I'm hungry. Just wanders off.
You could teach Roy that trick sometimes.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. As I just wander off, just haphazardly through the ship because I'm useless on the ship, so I'm just wandering around, walking. I look like a drunk aunt at brunch who just walks to every table to try and talk to everybody because I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
So repeatedly going to the wrong table and looking really hard at someone, being like, "Oh, you're not okay.
Yeah.
You're not who I thought you were."
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. All right, so Eli walks to the complete wrong end of the ship, all the way on the bottom level, before he's like, this isn't where I was going. Cool. Anything else from the rest of y'all?
Did I hear Layla say the husband was Vaskil?
Yeah. She said Vaskil or whatever.
Okay.
Keep in mind, the husband and the assassin both have very similar names.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, one's Viskil, one's Vaskil.
Yeah, it's very, oh shit, who are we getting mixed up early in this campaign? Bill Murray, or Val Murray, and...
Yeah.
He's calling him Bill Murray.
Yes.
Yeah, Bill Murray and Val Murray.
That's
Val
great.
Var Murray, but yeah.
Var Murray, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get that clarified because I was looking through my notes and I'm like, I never wrote her husband's name down. I never wrote that down. Where is it? Have we been fighting her husband the entire time?
No, because we
No.
we talked to him at the or at least I did at the thing, so
Yeah,
I would
you
have
did.
instantly recognized him and been like, "You douchebag."
Yeah. No, yeah.
Well,
The
remember
husband
Douchebag!
is Viskull.
Yeah.
one of the powers of the assassin is to look completely different.
No, the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah,
You would recognize the name.
that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, the assassin is Vaskill. So she said the wrong name, but
That's fine.
Yeah, still.
I just needed that clarified. I'm sorry,
You're a
guys.
douchebag. Because he is, man.
yeah.
Sam's playing around with the looking glass.
Okay.
Humming a song. I'm looking at you through the glass. I don't know what time's past.
Lemuel
All
asked,
you know is that it
how,
feels like forever.
how did it go, Eli?
Just fine. Absolutely, like a normal conversation that everybody has. It was fine.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
They're probably Roy's gonna tell the group they'll probably just stay on the ship. So we'll be fine. We'll not have to worry about, folks. Hopefully. No problem.
How many near dead
Yeah.
people do you think we're gonna run into from the shore to Shand?
Hopefully none.
I agree. Hopefully none.
None.
But-
I'm putting down 3. My
Over under's like 1.5 though.
Rahal, how many you guess?
So my guess, I don't want to come true, to be honest. I don't want, the guys that chased after the one dude that we had to let die, them come appearing again. That's
Sure.
my guess, and I don't want that guess.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Snakeheads.
But yes, there
The
you go.
snakeheads, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull a Roy. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee.
In the rain.
It's a terrible day
Not
for
wash
rain.
his hands.
I mean, he doesn't need to. He could just cast prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yes.
I mean, that unsoils things, so I guess I'd still feel like I need to wash my hands. Not gonna lie.
I mean, if you don't have soap, what can you do, bro?
I just at least rinse.
He's
gotta
already
get-
in the rain.
You gotta get like all the cooties off your hands. But
What if you're the cootie, though?
yeah, you gotta rinse your hands off.
Looks in the mirror. The zombie face. Oh no, I was the cootie all along.
It's like written on your forehead.
Yeah.
Cootie.
No.
What do I do?
Speaking of written on forehead, sorry, this is minor side tangent, but I was reading a manga. And they did that thing where one of the characters, they wrote on his face and gave him like a cat, whiskers and stuff like that. But another character that gets shit on completely, they just completely covered him in Sharpie, like entirely.
Jesus.
And I was like, this is Japanese, so I know they don't really know what blackface
manhwas are
is.
Korean.
Or you know what
Korean,
I mean. Yeah. They're not sure with blackface, but I'm like, this is but also
Yeah.
Real-
that's pretty bad.
yeah.
That's pretty bad. Being covered in Sharpie is like whatever,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah,
I think that's the same thing, but
Yeah, it's not. But I was
Yeah,
like, it could be interpreted as such. Just
Yeah.
like
there's I'll say that there's worse. You know what? Don't worry about it. So,
anyway, yeah.
what are you drinking out of?
I've been drinking out of it for a minute.
I have been DMing a game, okay?
I was real thirsty, so I got one of my normal glasses and I drank it before I made it back to my desk. So I went back and I'm like, what's the biggest thing I got in my cabinet? And it's this little Tupperware deal. So I filled it up with water and it was too full to drink out of. So I was using one of these tiny cups and I was dipping it into it and drinking
For fuck's
until it
sake.
got low enough to drink.
Modern problems.
Yeah. I wanted a lot of water, but I didn't have a lot of water.
You have a lot of water room. receptacle. Oh, Dave got positivity, so he has to say something nice about himself. Okay. All right. Any other RP or anything from you two?
I still need Rahala's over and under on how many near dying folk we run into on the way to Sean.
0.
Okay.
How much ration should we leave with them since they'll be traveling apart if they agree to travel apart?
Just give them the fishing pole and let it be their problem from now on.
You actually want to leave the fishing pole, Sam?
Sam would be okay with it. Panda doesn't. Sam would be okay with it. Panda wants to keep the fishing pole. No. But it's one of those things. Those are items that I'm not going to use very often. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, Dave.
Welcome
You got
back.
positivity.
Oh, okay.
So say something nice about yourself.
Oh, I am a person. No, I
doubt.
That was excellent doubt. No, I am good at trying to what's the word I want? Trying to make sure that people are given tools to succeed, I guess. Like when I am put in charge of anything, whether it be like coaching the team I coach or the 2 teams I coach actually, or working with new people at work, or just in general with my kid, whatever, I'm good at providing people the tools that they are supposed to have to do well at whatever thing it is that they are doing, because I understand that without proper tools, it's real hard to do stuff. So I would say that is a skill that I am proud of and have cultivated from years of not being given the tools to do jobs and being really frustrated about it.
Hey, take this grinder and hammer, go fix that tractor.
Dave,
basically.
You ripped an apple in half last session with your hands.
I did.
When I know you have knives.
That was entirely because I thought it was funny.
Hydrate.
I could. No, I don't know. Oh, that's empty. It's okay. I've got this.
If you just got a beverage container with more beverage capacity.
More beverage capacity. I also just think ripping apples in half is funny. I don't know.
Yeah. I was gonna get one of my mandarin oranges out of the fridge and just nothing like that. Probably just crush it in my hands because
that was funny enough. I had to actually edit it for that video. I had to actually throw an edit on there.
I saw that.
You did. I literally left a comment that it was a jump scare for me.
It cracked me up. It was funny.
I won't get it. I was gonna say there's more that there. It was really funny to me. I'll just leave it at that. So
I'll tell you this.
Curious,
I thought it was so funny too that in the social media poster today, I told everybody that no apples were getting ripped in half in this stream.
Liar. But it is in our last episode, in our previous session on YouTube. So if you want to see the edit we're talking about, just go watch it.
It happens early, so that's nice.
Very
pretty
early.
I didn't timestamp it though because I'm just not that kind. Cool. So no other RP from anybody. I'll say because Sam is playing around with the spyglass. Eventually, Hattie will try to jump scare you, so I have to roll a stealth for her.
Yeah.
She tries to like sneak up and then pop up in the viewfinder. So
basically, what I'm doing is unzoomed, zoom in, unzoom, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Like just doing that constantly. Like, ooh, what's that? Enhance, unenhance, enhance.
She rolled pretty good.
Yeah. Do I have a passive perception? Because I probably wouldn't be looking for her. Is there a passive perception?
There's no such thing as like a passive perception. You just roll it, and I'm going to give you like a -10.
Okay, that works.
Which you'll probably still beat.
It does beat my total. My total.
Oh, like your bonus?
Yeah, my bonus.
Okay, just roll it with a -10. Yeah, you get
Hey.
jump scared. you just zoom in and all you can't see anything because she's like holding her hand in front of it, and when you look up, she's just like boom, just out of nowhere. But yeah, other than that, I got nothing. At least in the meantime. So we'll continue to move along after I drink the rest of this.
Are you sharing with us the information that you got?
Sure, I always share any information told to me unless stated otherwise.
Okay.
Did you have something that you wanted to add to that, Molly? Or
Not really add as in, but more like a reminder for myself. River, huh? Where did she say that she saw this person?
Oh, I shouldn't say a place specifically, I don't think.
she said she
Except the
works
capital.
for essentially
Yeah.
she essentially works for City Hall.
Yeah.
They don't
She
actually
said she
call it
was,
City
like-
Hall. I just don't have that word in my head.
She said she was
Okay.
just in the capital, right?
In the
'Cause she didn't like
capital,
say a
okay.
specific place in the capital.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you know there is like a town hall type thing. So since she works there, you can probably find her there at some point. But
Yeah.
she
Sorry,
didn't
I
go,
just
go to this specific building. Nothing like that.
needed that because while you were saying that part, I was literally looking to be like, can't find Teresa's husband's name. Is it Vasquille? It can't be. So
I
I
was
wasn't.
trying to think of would it be racist to mention that I have a half Kassir friend, like, or something like that. Like, I have a half Kassir friend. Like,
It's
like-
not racist. It's just like okay.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, like they're not that strange. No,
You guys actually know a full Kassir.
Huh.
Yeah. Isla's full Kassir.
oh yeah,
Just thought she was
Islas?
half Kassir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I need to go change that in my
I
notes
forget who
then.
told you. Somebody told you she was, but at first you thought she was just half Kassir.
Let me change that in my notes because I still
She's
have it labeled
she's very
as.
young.
So they've been basically mercenaries since from the beginning, causing trouble. Why would they be helping with Batu's plan of making a safe road?
So just a quick correction. They would be mercenaries. They'd be closer to like, oh god, what's a good? They'd be closer to weapons dealers.
Yeah.
Like they fund that stuff. They're not necessarily mercenaries. They would hire mercenaries,
Right. Which,
but they themselves are not.
because safe roads is easier trade and they make most of their money through trade. So that's why they're assisting with that. I'm pretty sure that anything they do is to basically benefit their bottom line. Or Tressa's weird obsession with the statues. Which, I mean, I guess it's her bottom line. That's acquiring power. But so, you know.
So do you think that there's an easy way to get to one of the statues, like just from the roadways being cleared?
Oh, no, I think it's just for money. Because the more money they have, the easier it is for them to find statues. So if they have roadways cleared, then they can move their stuff. Because they make all the money from trade, right? So clear roadways, easier trade, more money. Then they can use that money for their alternative purpose of finding the statues and stuff. I mean, that's just my theory. Usually, if you follow the money, it gives you all the answers you need. Or you follow the power, right? And money is power, sure. So you're either looking for magical power or monetary power, and one usually can get you the other, depending on how you do it, in my experience.
First you get the money, then you get the power.
Do you think there are more Yasuda groups that have like a shard of obedience in them?
A shrug. I have no idea. Possibly. There could be lots of people who have lots of things. Also, sometimes it's just coins. It's all you need for a lot of these people.
Yeah, that's how I started working for him.
Yeah. Case in point.
You didn't put a shard in me, right?
I just kind of look at you.
I don't think you could be as snippy as you are with him.
Well, not the same kind of shard. It may be like a shard of, I don't know, friendliness or something.
I
Shard
don't know
of
why. I
friend.
imagine there being like a zoom out, and there's just this big ass crystal just stuck in Sam's head.
It was shard.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
no.
Never! You, buddy. Come on.
He's like, sometimes it's hard to walk through doors, and I was just wondering if it's because you did something. So, now I'm interrupting. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. I think we're just discussing.
Do you have anything else there, Lamia? I think you were the one talking.
I was, but no, Lamia's just trying to figure if closely and such like that. So she just thought she would just bring it up to hear their thoughts, and she has, so.
Okay. So a few more hours pass. Oh, go ahead.
If I'm not needed for the moment or in the bathroom, so.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna move on. So, a few more hours pass.
Mhm.
You guys actually get up to, you start to get like around all the rocks and such. And Sam's able to like, kind of point out what he was seeing and show people through the spyglass, like kind of help guide you to be able to actually spot it. It is pretty tough to see. Which, some of it is like a bit of an optical illusion, just based on like where the sun is and like the gleam, like the shimmer and stuff coming off of the water, and how it's angled, like set into the rocks and such. It's really easy to mistake for just like the side of another rock, but you can actually see there is an opening over there. You're far enough from it that like since you're seeing it from so far away, like based on the size, it's probably a pretty big opening. It's easy to miss if you're not looking for it. So you guys continue to get closer and closer to that. The rain is starting to pick up as well. It's getting more and more overcast, and you can see that you actually are moving. You're like kind of moving into the like the thicker portions of the storm clouds, or you're moving into the storm, as we could say. So it is getting a little bit worse as you get closer to this little cove, and there is. Yeah, actually, you guys go ahead and give me perception checks, please. Yeah.
Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Hold on, I'm part of my
And I'll roll for Sam.
Oh my goodness. Why? Roll 20. I want to do this one. There we go. Boo.
Okay. So yeah, as you're approaching it, Sam is kind of looking. He's like, "I think I see a light." And you guys are, Eli, you definitely don't see one, but you also don't have the spyglass. He like hands it over to Lami, and you're just kind of like, squinting, looking out. You're like, "I see rain." it's raining. That's what I see. And then Lami, you look, you squint a little bit, and you think you see what he's talking about. There does seem to be a light in that cove. You can't tell if it's like a campfire or something that's deep in there, but that would be the guess, just based on how bright it is. That you can see it from this far away with the curtain of rain between you and it. Another couple of hours pass, and such as you guys are getting closer, you manage to get around the rocks. There's a little bit of a, not panic, but a little bit of adrenaline as navigating between the rocks and stuff is a little bit tense. Yeah, but your captain is really good at this. obviously, even with like limited crew. You guys are able to navigate it pretty easily with you guys running around doing what you're delegated to do. Sharpish, and you manage to get through all that stuff, and you're finally kind of to the point where you can see into this cove. It isn't like this giant yawning chasm, where you could fit like 4 or 5 of these ships through it or anything like that. It's not going to be a squeeze for this ship at all. It will take a little bit of careful navigation, but you can get to it. We can get through it pretty easily with, if you had like some absolutely flawlessly masterful sailors, maybe 2 of these could pass through it at the same time. About how big it is, the opening.
Yeah.
And as you're going through that opening, and you're having that interesting effect of like watching the rain stop at a certain part of the ship, and as part of it pulls out of the curtain of it, you do see that the source of that light is indeed a campfire. In fact, as you're going in, you're like down in this little waterway, and you can see that there's like a cave, like a sheer cave wall to your left. There's nothing really to traverse that way, but to your right, it opens up a little bit more, and there is like a cliff that kind of rises up out of the water, and then flattens into a rock shelf. It's pretty sizable, and that's what you see the campfires on. And you actually see there's 3 tents up there that are completely set up. You see that there is a pot on the campfire as well. This is before you're actually in the cavern. You're like starting to pass through it. Obviously, the captain also notices this stuff, and she's calling out like, "Be ready! Unknown party!" And you guys are like, "Okay, that's true. We don't know who these people are." So, Layla, that the borrowed crossbow, she gets that loaded and has that handy. But you don't see any people as you're looking over there. Just clear evidence that there is a camp set up that way. You can see further ahead, just at the edge of that campfire light, it looks like there is kind of a downward slope that cliff drops into. You can't see the end of it, but you can pretty safely presume that drops pretty close to the water, where if you were to take the little rowboat, or even just swim over there, you could probably climb up there and get on top of that rock shelf. It goes further back than you can see, further back than the that campfire shows. Excuse me. But that's what you can see as you're entering the cave, before you've actually crossed all the way into it. God, excuse me. I don't know if anyone wants to react or anything before I continue.
That's not my spell list. That's my spell list.
I'll turn on my cap of light.
Okay. Okie doke.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna hang out and wait and see what happens as we get closer. And now that we're a beacon and a ship, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sam? Anything?
Kind of missed what was going on, but I'm probably in the crow's nest keeping an eye.
There's a campfire and a little tent and a pot on the stove, but we don't see any people on the stove, on the fire.
Yeah.
There's a pot on the stove. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Basically, you're going into this cove.
Mhm.
There's just a wall to your left, that curves up to the ceiling. But to your right, there's this long rock shelf, and you can see 3 tents and a lit campfire with a cook pot on top of it. No people.
Yeah, Sam will get his bow out.
All right, so you guys are just kind of at the ready. You finally pass all the way into this cave. You're getting a bit of a better look at this camp that's over here, as well as the wall kind of like further past it that you couldn't see when you were first coming in, but now that you're a little bit more alongside it. You can see that there is a cavern that kind of goes deeper in and seems to turn off to the east. So that's probably the cavern you would have come out of if you kept walking on land, like in the cave. You would have just walked out into like where this camp is. So yeah, you'll see that there's no other lights additionally in there, just the cap light you have on the ship, which isn't able to illuminate everything. But yeah, the captain's got like the lanterns and stuff set up, so she's like at like the very front of the ship and whatnot, shouting orders and things back.
I will say I'm going to stand wherever there's not light on the boat, because if for some reason somebody decides they want to shoot arrows at us, if I'm in the shadows, I'm way less likely to get hit. So I'm going to stand in between lantern spots.
Okay. So you're standing in the dark. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just like shouting orders and things, like keeping things guided. She's like shouting that it's like it gets a little bit more narrow through there, but the ship will fit. So she's like working on navigating that. So you guys are pretty hard at work getting that taken care of, just making sure that everything moves right, and then like she's like throwing wind into the sails to keep things moving. But she has to like be very careful about how much, because you need to move slowly, and there's not really a break to hit. So
right.
Yeah. You guys are there's like a little bit of a tense few moments as you're trying to like navigate through this cabin. So from each of you, I just need a few checks. If you're doing rigging, basically you have no other skills to aid with, then that's a strength check. Sam, I'm assuming you're assisting with actually maneuvering the ship, so for you that's wisdom. And if you have anything else you want to try to contribute with, then now's the chance. Just try to navigate through rocks in the dark. So, with a big boat.
Other than giving people dark vision, I have no applicable skills to this situation.
Well, you have
whatsoever.
dark vision yourself, so you could literally try and keep an eye out.
Yeah, but it would be easier to give other people dark vision. But yes,
Well,
I can give.
And his is only 30 feet.
Yeah.
Unless he casts it.
Yeah.
Which 30 feet is useful, but when you're talking about like the size and movement speed of the ship, that's not much time, you know?
Right.
Yeah, if you want to just cast dark vision, we'll say actually reap the benefits of it. 3 castings.
Okay. Yeah, I will cast it 3 times for sure. Where did my character sheet run off to? There it is.
I'm not gonna get anything to add to my wisdom off of this, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay,
2.
I'll go and roll my wisdom once he's done.
3. There we go.
You didn't recover any of them. Oh my goodness.
That's okay.
Yeah, they all got 8.
But yeah, I'll be strength lady.
Okay, that is going to lower the DCs a lot. Nice. Keep
Both of us want to do luck.
Yeah, you do yours first, and then I'll do mine. Yeah.
Thanks, Sam.
Oof. Okay, so that's a 16 for the rigging, which is nice, and a 13 for the nav. All right.
You're good.
Which is mostly just trying to accurately follow instructions and turn the wheel the right way and relaying instructions and stuff from the captain. You do get mixed up a few times, Sam, as you're trying to relay things, or you go like a little bit too slow, and then she's already like trying to shout something else important back. So you like haven't relayed her last thing, and you're getting a little bit twisted up, and you like actually end up missing where you're supposed to turn the helm at one point. Like you kind of overturn it a little bit, just because you're a little overwhelmed in the moment. There's a lot going on, and yeah, you turn a little bit too far, and unfortunately, it is very narrow margins for error here. So the ship does collide with some rocks, not like head on, just like some of the sharper ones and stuff at the bottom like scrape along the hull. So the ship is going to take some damage.
Do we have a spell to fix the ship, right?
Yeah, if it gets like 2 damaged. Yeah. Make roll. Okay, so it takes 16. Yeah, that's not that bad. You didn't fail by that much, so it's not a ton of damage. And because you didn't fail by a ton, there's no like additional effect. Nothing like falls or explodes or anything like that. The hull's not like totally breached, but everybody feels the like this impact of it, like actually colliding with something solid, and you can hear the stone that it's running into. Since it's not like a big solid piece, like you don't run into the actual shelf. There's just like some like stalagmites or something coming up out of the water that are pretty big that you ran into. You like actually hear the stone crack under the weight and force of the ship hitting it. But a few quick checks, it doesn't look like there's any water rushing in or anything like that. Like the whole hull wasn't actually breached, but you can see that some of the wood on the side has been like pulled back and like scraped up. It'll need to be repaired, but it could have been a lot worse. You were able to like correct pretty quickly, and then she like hits they turn the sails, and she hits the sails with some additional wind to like pull it away from it, so it isn't just like continuously pressing against that immovable object. So ship takes some damage. Not quite enough that I need checks from people to not fall overboard. So
That's good.
it makes it.
I fell overboard.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was one more point of damage, then you would have had to make checks. Yeah. But oh well. So you get through that first part. You would have had to kind of like pull up a little bit to not quite a stop, but you slow way down as you sort of scrapes by some of these things. And then there's another section to try to make it through before you'll be kind of past all of these rocks. So I'll need a second set of checks. Yeah, dark vision's still going, so.
Okay. So I can make a separate check then, since I don't now need to do the dark vision. Okay, cool.
Correct, yeah.
So I will make a strength check.
You did better, Sam.
A lot better.
Sorry, I didn't ask if it was cool if I spent that luck day. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm rolling luck. Okay, I got 9.
Just try not to fail by that much.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you this. The dark vision is lowering the DC by 5. Like all of your DCs, which has helped a lot.
Yeah, that's really good.
You and Lamia did both fail, but not by as much as you could have.
That's also good, yeah.
And thankfully, Sam actually succeeded with flying colors on that one with a 21. Are you modifying that 21 at all?
Do it. I believe in you.
You don't have to.
She believes in me, though.
That's what I wanted.
Okay, a 25. The DC for next tier success was 24, so that did it. All right. So in that case, you get much more on point with your assistant navigation. You're able to follow the captain's orders a bit clearer. She's going a little slower, speaking more clearly. So you're more easily able to follow it. And like after a couple of passes, you kind of just you say something to the effect of like, "Hey, I've got it." Like you can speed up. Like you just like let her know you're kind of in the rhythm now. So she like resumes the same clip she had before, and you guys are able to navigate a lot tighter, as tight as one can with a big ass sailing ship. But it is much sharper communication between you two. Enough, in fact, that even though you can hear Lamia struggling to not get frustrated with with either herself or Eli at not being able to pull the ropes tight enough, you basically hear a lot of people yelling because it's manual labor and shit is not going well. So if you've ever been to like a mechanic shop when they don't care if you hear them curse, it's kind of like that. But despite all of that, Sam's expert navigation is able to get you through without taking any additional damage.
Hooray!
Yeah. So you get past that last little section, and now you're essentially at the point where after like Lami, you head over to like the side of the ship. Probably like even like take the cap off and like hold it way out so you can see a little bit further. Someone's like, "Don't drop it! Don't jinx me!" Like hold the cap out there, and you can see where that slope I was talking about that goes down. You thought probably goes into the water, does indeed go down into the water. So if you did want to get down on land, you could. In addition to that, you can see a bit further now down that rock shelf, like past this little slope. So like, because like the slope goes down, but there's still like a shelf that goes across, right? You can see a little past that. There is another opening of a cavern that continues on, which is probably what leads to the exit of this cave system, which will get you actually out of this cave area onto land.
Yay, land.
That's what it should be. That's if you guys want to do that, or as you're examining that, the captain says, "There's like the way this water's flowing. I think it does go all the way through. I don't know if it goes all the way to the other side, but it's definitely there's definitely a big body of water somewhere down here. It's not fast enough to be a falls, so I'm not worried about that. But I think we can get all the way through. What do you think? What do you want to do?"
Well, we're already on water, so I think faster is just going through, right, Eli?
Oh yeah, let's just go through. Excuse me.
It's not necessarily correct.
Oh.
It can be, right? Because so on a ship you're going to travel 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ship will travel normally 48 hours in a full 48 miles in a full day. However, it can't go even half its full speed down here. It's moving much slower than full speed. But we'll get through. It won't necessarily be fast. Whereas if you get out and go through the tunnels, it may be more dangerous because it'll just be you guys and on foot. But it will likely be faster because you're not having to navigate through tight rock spaces.
Well, I'd rather not navigate through tight rock spaces if we don't have to, because I don't want to be pitched overboard.
They're going to, right? They're going to keep going, unless you argue against them, or hey, leave the ship here, and just get out.
If they're going to, then I'll stay. It doesn't make sense to leave them at this point. What do you guys think?
I mean, if we got out at this point, then we'd be able to start making our way to Sean directly. We don't know where this, the rest of this cave is going to leak out to or go anywhere else.
Well, this is the end of this cave. So
it absolutely is the end.
Yeah, you got. That's why it's on your map. Is you have guidance of where it starts. That's how you knew where to go, and this is where it ends up.
Okay. Then yeah, Lamia would be of agreement of staying on the ship until at least getting out of the cave.
Well, that's where it ends on land.
Yeah,
that's if you get out and go to the original route. If you're going in the water, that's the unknown. The water route was just an unknown in general. This is because your original route was through land. There was no you guys didn't know that there was a river, there was a water route. They didn't know there was a proper water route.
Mhm.
So the original plan was to go in the cave here, travel all the way across that line, and come out here.
Mhm.
That's what the original guidance was.
Yep.
You are at the point where you could get out and exit here on land.
Mhm.
Or you stay in the boat because the water apparently keeps going. You just don't necessarily know where it ends up. It could end up out here. It could end up way out here. You're not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I want to stay on the water because I'd rather go with the whole crew on the boat, but I also don't want to end up in a place we don't know because we need to go to Shan because we need to meet LeBron. So land is my vote, I guess.
So you vote land. Okay. Since you
Lamia's-
said vote, I assume that means other people need to vote.
Lamia's vote would be for land as well.
Okay.
Sam's vote.
All right, bye, Sam. Bye,
Bye, Sam and Troy.
bye.
Be it Eli will.
Well, no, you
Part of
take
this
it,
crew
take
now.
it, take it to RP. What? Have your discussion.
I'm all for charting new routes, hopefully quicker routes, but I do understand that we need to get there.
Mhm.
I don't understand how it could possibly be quicker, Sam. Everything we know about any maps.
I'm just saying, I'm talking about like just
Okay.
in a general. See how to reference this. Not necessarily quicker for us, but in travel sense in general. Of in like, yo, you know you can get to Shand if you just like go through this cave, like this water route that is basically now a new source of commerce.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
actually,
whatever.
Trailblazer.
so
Yeah.
you make an excellent point in that this, in theory, could get us there faster,
Mhm.
right? It really could. It could also take us the complete wrong direction, though,
True.
and we are on a bit of a timetable.
Mhm.
Now, I also don't want to have to walk through the wildlands of Sitsegia to Shand, but I also want to get to Shand. Not somewhere else entirely.
Mhm.
Because what if we ended up, remember that river we had to cross in your little dinghy boat and to get to the mine? What if we ended up over there? That's nowhere by where we want to be. And then there'd just be more 8 eggs, and I don't want that either. Or troglodytes, or whatever, or brownies, and maybe we'd get another coin, and then you'd be happy. But
I
we
mean,
still
yeah.
wouldn't be with Vibram.
Got a whole brownie crew. I don't even remember where the hell that river was. Was it Dayan? Was it?
I can map. It was over here by Manhan Saik, I want to say, because we were.
Yeah. This is the mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mine
Oh,
was right
okay, yeah,
here,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
there
we
is a
were
little bit
crossing
of
this
this.
way. Yeah.
So
exactly.
if it does bring us like over there, it's not that much terribly further away,
Yeah.
but still.
But it
On
could also
foot it
split us out,
is.
like over here
Yeah.
or some
On
shit.
Yeah.
foot, that's a long ass way.
That's a really long way.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So I say we just walk. If they find a new, water route to Shand and they beat us there, then good for them.
And heck, they could end up selling that information.
Or they could run into trouble.
They could run into trouble no matter what. Unfortunately, that is just a risk that they are going to have to take onto themselves at this point.
Oh, we should leave the lemons with them.
Sure. I just drop a lemon out of my pocket. Actually, I don't even have one because I ate mine. That's right. So,
Oh yeah, you did eat yours, and
Yeah.
you can get
Yeah,
another one.
mine as well.
so.
I don't know. I've gotten accustomed to like not having to walk everywhere, and I think this is what I want to do from now on. I think I'm a boat person.
You were trying to buy a boat earlier, weren't you? Well, you summon your little boat, your flotsam vessel, and see how far that gets you. And Lami and I will walk to Shand.
Well, it'll get me. I don't have it prepared, but I'm gonna cast it anyway because I don't remember how many rounds I get on it.
No, I just mean like literally if we're on land and you're just in your little boat, that would be the funniest thing. You're just sitting on a rowboat on the shore. I got it, guys.
Caster level. Yeah.
Get there.
So that's 5 hours for you?
Yeah. That's quite some time.
Very nice. It's pretty big too.
I'm moving at
Fast. For a river wrestle.
Yeah.
Moving it fast.
Fast for a river wrestle is not super fast, but it's decent. I can't remember it off the top of my head though.
I will be honest though, I don't quite want to leave them alone either. Especially since this is the dark and there might be more of those cape things. Or stingrays.
I don't know what a stingray is, but okay. Yeah, no, that's
I never calling it that.
yeah.
It's like a manta ray, but it stings.
I don't know what that is either. You realize I've lived my entire life on land, right?
It's like a pancake, but in the sea.
Me too, Eli. I
Delicious.
hadn't really been on the sea until this point.
Anyways,
It's like a shark, but flat.
I don't. No, nope, nothing. Anyways, my point was that's an excellent point, but we have a thing we're supposed to do. If they're willing to take the risk to go into the dark, they've got to do it. We have to take the risk to walk on land and potentially get arrested. Or not arrested, bountied.
Yeah.
Bounty.
That's worse than being arrested, because being arrested means there's due process and laws, and people have to read you your rights. And being bounty just means they just
Yeah.
They wrap you in
drag
paper
you with a
towels.
rope. Yeah, they just
They use to absorb spiels.
Yeah, they quicker pick up you. Oh gosh.
We're 12 times more absorbent than other companies.
Yeah.
It's mostly me. I'm the absorbent one.
Yep, they are both risks. And if they come with you, obviously, then yeah, they share in the same risks of you being bountied, as one says.
Yes.
I just want to point
Dog
out
the
that-
bounty hunter.
Here comes the dog, the blue we go. What a dumb show.
God, those South Park episodes.
Yeah.
Right. So what were you trying to say, Panda?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out we're leaving them alone, and surely the gods will be kind and not kill, NPC characters that we love. But yes.
Maybe.
What?
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean,
All
Hattie and
hands go down
Rahala will
except
still be
for-
coming with
for
us.
Keith.
Yes, true.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
So their,
Oh, yeah, Keith
their
A.
chances
Keith
of
A.
survival will
all,
be going
all
down
hands lost
immensely.
except for Kife, because Panda's little heart would break.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would never do that.
But yeah.
Ulat is the water deity, and he's true neutral. So
Nice.
Yeah.
not evil.
He's like, you fucked up in my water. It happens.
I mean, look, the ocean is the most neutral thing of all, and as we all know, symmetrical effects are fair, and by that I mean get ready to die. Wait, hold on. I have a pin that says symmetrical effects are fair.
I don't know. I read the
It's
Odyssey,
such
and it
a
seems like
meme.
the ocean's a bitch sometimes.
The second moon hasn't arrived yet either.
I have
no.
2 pins that say symmetrical effects are fair.
But you guys were
But-
told you'd get a warning before the second
Yeah,
moon showed
there we
up.
go. Symmetrical effects are fair, guys.
We're showing pins.
Nice.
No,
So-
just one.
Okay.
So
So
I
you
think-
guys you're going land, or is Sam continuing to dispute it?
No, we're one man.
I mean, yeah, I'm open still to have my mind being changed, I guess, but I've stated my case. I have no other.
Sam
so.
wouldn't fight that hard for it.
Okie doke.
And you're leaving the note, right? So that if they
Yes.
decide, we'll go backwards to Psychod.
Yep.
And they
If they end up
can.
in Psycon, they've got a place to stay and potential borrowed funds, whatever. I don't know. It's mayor's discretion. He knows what to do with money.
And you're leaving the fishing pole.
Yeah, I'm letting him take that.
Oh, you are leaving the fishing pole. Okay.
Yeah.
The greatest sacrifice a panda can make is giving up his fishing pole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fishing pole.
I imagine the fishing pole looks like. Do you guys remember the old arcade cabinet game that had the fishing pole with the big weird hand? That's what I think of for some reason every time we talk about this thing. I think of that weird arcade cabinet game.
I think of the. Well, honestly, what I think of a deep, like one of the massive crank, like ones that I would always look at in the Academy catalog. I'd be like, we don't have those because we're not near an ocean. But
how many rations are we leaving behind?
I would say probably most of them because we can at least forage for food when we're on land, right?
Yeah.
We take the bare minimum for ourselves. Plus, Sam can dream feast and he can all food, so we're pretty set on food. So I'd say we leave almost all the rations.
But minimum 5 we're keeping.
Yeah, we have 31 at the moment. So,
Sure.
because I was getting like either a even or net positive by catching fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing.
I think she's saying to keep like basically one per person emergency
one per person.
ration.
Yep, that makes sense to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Minimum 5 works. So they would have 26 then.
Okay.
All right.
That's fancy 6. Put that on the ship.
Also, if we need to, we can just rob these people who set up this camp here and take whatever food's on their little cook pot and just get out of here.
Yeah, it's rob these people. Oh, honey, I'm so glad we got to kindly take this vacation. You finally retired after 37 years of hard work.
We've robbed basically nobody in this campaign, and I just want to say that besides that being like an achievement for a TTRPG group, we're due.
We robbed graves.
If this is the Myths and Legends podcast version of D&D, though, we're gonna get there and it's gonna be stew made out of people, and they're gonna be weird demons that pretend to be an old couple, a nice old couple, and then they're gonna try and eat us.
Yep, and one of you will definitely say the exact wrong thing. One of you will say the kind of wrong thing that still gets you killed, and the other person will say the right thing and live with the shame and horror that their friends were eaten.
Exactly. And then we'll run into a random hairy naked guy in the woods, and he's some kind of weird mythological creature, because 1/3 of all mythological creatures are some weird hairy naked guy.
This is true, dude. God, I need to go back to Myths and Legends. Anyway,
we'll say goodbye.
I'm about to.
Please,
they have 26.
Please keep safe,
rations.
everyone.
I got that there. So yeah, you guys
I'm
all
adjusting my rations.
Okay.
In our account.
Great.
start
I was gonna say I don't have any rations left in my inventory, so good.
So you guys grab your stuff while you're getting your things and whatnot, and like starting to like head out because the ship is still kind of moving, like because they're not weighing anchor or anything yet. They're trying to like continue. So it's a little bit of a rushed goodbye, even though it's more like, look, well, it may take a minute. We'll either see you in Shond or in the capital, kind of deal.
It's not goodbye. It's see you later. As we, one single tear rolls down our cheek,
right?
Or whatever. I don't know. Just dramatic.
Well, you do that when you know they're gonna die. So
I assume the worst. So
it's a little bit rushed.
Don't worry. When we're done with all this, we'll go to my, cozy little cottage in the middle of the woods.
That
never happened. It's definitely
you get your shit and start. Are you gonna take the raft ashore, or because you don't have a flotsam vessel prepared? So do you do that, or are you just gonna swim?
I say we take the vessel. I'd like to still be in my armor when we get on land. I'm not swimming in my armor, guys.
Yeah, because obviously if you take the little raft, then like they don't have it.
That is the bad thing. But
because they have to keep moving, so they don't have time to like stop, weigh anchor, let the thing off, reel it back in, or row it back with somebody. Like,
I will say that I do not require a vessel because I can monkey fish. But, that's only one of me. I can't do that to other people. That spell's range is personal.
Oh God, I have to check something. You guys keep going. I'm looking at something.
Well, my armor is counted as light. I'm not a very good swimmer with my armor on. But I can.
You can, yeah. You can swim in heavy armor, it's just harder.
Ooh, wait. Hold on. Can I? Oh no, it's only me. Dang it. I was trying to see if I could magic us over there, but all of the things that I can use that move my person to another place or assist my person in moving only target myself.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it hasn't been another rest period yet. Because it's 12 hours to get out of the cave since we woke up, and it's just been
You're pretty much
hours.
at the end of your day now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been more than 12 hours at this point, but
Yeah.
you're pulling up on like, yeah, you're at the end of the day. You're all probably feeling fairly tired, but
Good. Damn. All right, quick picture. Okay. My eye is just twitching nonstop.
oh, that's annoying.
That sucks. Yeah, I always hate that.
So yeah, Lamia will go ahead and swim with her armor on, so that we can make sure that they have the
Yeah.
boat.
Well,
I will monkeyfish.
I will tell you, it's not like it's a difficult swim. I'll give you that free because it's not rapids or anything like that. It's just, do you want to take the boat or not? Because that can still be a resource to some extent if you need it later.
I will monkeyfish. Either way. So if she's willing to swim in her armor, I'm willing to swim.
I think we've left out a key component of this, Rahala.
Oh,
Well, I feel like
Yeah,
you
Rahala
know
and Hattie.
Rahala doesn't want to swim. That's
I
part of
mean,
why I'm telling you it's not a hard swim. It's like you can get it.
Right.
You can more than likely get across. Rahala doesn't want to swim. It doesn't mean she won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Rahala, we need to make sure they can get off the ship, and if it's not a safe place anymore. We're
you
in
don't
a
have
safe
to
place.
convince me. I'm just unhappy. So yeah, like she doesn't want to do it, but you don't have to convince her. She'll go,
No. Alright.
and then Hattie doesn't mind at all.
Yeah.
Hattie's half heroine, essentially.
Sherlock can just fly. So.
Yeah, because there's light.
It's like I can fucking see. Holy shit! She'll know that.
Yeah, he was not a fan of
Hawks
having
don't
fly in the
have.
dark.
Yeah, Hawks don't have good night vision, y'all.
Not at
Yes.
all. They have great day vision, though.
Yeah, I guess we're all swimming.
Saying goodbye and farewell. So long, I'll see you again. I can't quite remember the song, how it goes.
Something like that.
I'm not a Von Trapp, so I don't know. I had to think of the family's name.
All right, so all you were swimming by hook or by crook. You're swimming. Cool.
Mostly crook, yes.
It is a DC 6 swim check. It's very easy, so if you can't fail that, don't bother rolling.
Oh, yeah, I can't fail it. Woohoo! Oh, wait, no. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay.
If you have a swim speed, you're good. If you have a +5 or higher, you don't need to roll.
I want to though.
You don't need to, but you can. That's fine. In fact, yeah, fine. Roll just to.
Yep, that's why.
Just so we know.
We need to see who
You
adds
did
one
it,
to the snail
buddy.
pole.
You did it. Good job.
That's straight at my thing. It's like, what if I roll a natural 1 though? I need to know how bad I do.
So, Dave,
shoes
what
in my
kind
bag,
of
by the
snail is stuck to the back of Sam's head
Uh,
when he surfaces?
a weird semi-aquatic sea snail that we've never seen before. It's got a mostly translucent shell with a like kind of a, you know, that shimmery color change where it changes between like aqua and purple. It's got that kind of body, like a weird body, but the shell is translucent.
Okay. Hell
And
yeah.
it filters air like a sponge because I can.
Sam got the filter snail on his head. One of them legendary filter snail.
Oh, I should have just said it looks like Gary. Because they're in the water.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Next snail. Scary.
So Rahala rolled exactly 6
Hey.
to get across.
She didn't drown.
So she is
She
very
didn't
much
have fun, but she didn't drown.
Yeah, she's very much grumpy, wet cat on the other side of this, just kind of like hobbling up the rock stuff, then fucking flings all the water off herself.
Why would you post that? I
This,
hate
right
you.
here. There we go.
That doesn't show any of the bad parts of Golden Boy.
No, I'm not. That's not why I hate you. I hate you because, God, that's such a funny scene.
Yeah, it's such a
but
dirty anime, but it's such a peak anime as well.
It is fucking so problematic though. Like, I miss the days when I didn't know how fucked up things were.
Ah, yes. Ignorance is bliss.
Because it's funny as hell. I'll still watch. I don't give a fuck. Anyway.
That and Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories.
We make it!
Kind of problematic.
But cool. So you guys make it across, and you're like waving. Oh shit! That was the thing I meant to. Fucking hell. We got so hung up on if you were swimming or not. Slight roll back in time. We know you're gonna make the swim.
Reverse.
But
Reverse.
right before you get out of there, the Captain Katega tosses you a like leather satchel. I don't know who'd be the last one, who'd be like the last one to jump in other than Rahala, but she probably wouldn't be last either. Honestly, she probably.
Me, because I have a swim speed, so I can catch any stragglers or whatever. So I think I would go last.
Okay.
You catch the pouch. You
Don't
recognize
worry.
it pretty instantly.
Yeah.
It's a pouch with Treasury 1.
Thanks.
So you know it'll hold money, a lot of money. And she's like, she goes, yeah, your share's in there, and Hattie made sure that I put in the thing that you really had your eye on.
My snack. Ugh.
I was waiting for that. Sam will be pleased. I'll have to fight him so that he doesn't eat it.
It's yours now. Not my problem anymore.
Don't worry, guys. I'll lead the way.
Yeah.
Like belly flop on the way in. Just
take care and whatever the version of don't sink and have a bad time for boats is, I don't know, it's break a leg in the theater. I'm not in the theater, but I don't know if you're not supposed to say good luck.
Oh, okay. So you're leaving all those rations. So,
Yeah.
wasn't a good chunk of them rations the fucking
The fish.
Those were
Yeah, I'm
separate.
pretty sure it was. Oh no,
You
you're
had that
right. It was
separated?
Yeah,
separate.
he had those separate from our ration.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Are you?
I'm
How much of that are
probably-
you trying to take with you? Because it's
I'm not.
heavy. You're leaving all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Then in
it's
that
very
case,
dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, in that
true.
case, I'm leaving with a mouthful of that.
The
Sticking it
caviar?
in my mouth as we gotta jump up. I'm taking this one.
the meat or the caviar? Which one?
Me.
Both.
Yeah. It just-
He's like sick
You
tomorrow.
ever seen,
He's like,
you ever seen a
"Worth it."
man
Yeah.
swim with a fish hanging out his mouth? Like
He's
a
going-
bear?
He's going full otter, guys.
I think
Okay,
I
so in that case, since you're leaving that very expensive fish, whenever you're going to like put the you're like, hey, where do you want this for the fishing rod? She's like, that's yours now. You earned it. So you still have the fishing rod because they have other regular ones. They just don't have that's just still a magical one.
Yeah.
You have a magic fishing rod.
If you do get to not Setsegia, the name of the town,
Psychon.
Sekon, thank you.
Or Sean, whichever. You're going to Sean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you make it back to Saikon, just offload that stuff with Mare. the like scales and bones and shit. Unless you want them, like
No, she's fine doing that if they
Like-
if they end up going that way.
I
You will say that
really,
they don't have like a current. There's no current plan to necessarily go to Psychon, but if nothing else comes up and that's like a thing, then they'll just head that way.
I mean, if y'all find somebody who knows how to like do something with those scales, have at it. Like,
She's like, okay, yeah, we'll see what we can do. First priority though is getting the hell out of here.
yeah, I'm gonna do something that probably not smart for me. Roy, hang on to that sword, and I jump off. I'm gonna leave the Rhyme Blade with him.
He's like you like jump off and he's like standing on the edge, like you can see him holding it like he's debating throwing it after you, but he's like, that's dangerous.
Here, catch this knife.
So he just
Like a fucking
kind of
shark
shakes
fin.
his head, gives like another wave, and then quickly jogs back off to keep rigging. Okay,
Yeah,
so you no longer have the Rhyme Blade. Alrighty.
I'll see him
No,
again
I'm good with
eventually.
this.
He's used it more than I have.
You've still been more effective with it than he
it's true.
has, though.
Yeah.
Danger.
Like he's hit something with it, but yeah.
Yeah.
He hit
Okay.
the slime a couple times.
And I left my crossbow and my, just my crossbow with the bolts.
Okay. Anybody else want to leave adventuring gear behind?
Nope. I'm keeping on
That we
my
may
ground.
need later.
You want to leave your trappings down there?